Hey, travel lovers! Have you ever imagined a country where napping at the office is a sign of hard work? Or islands ruled by wild cats and rabbits? That's Japan, a place blending ancient traditions with super fun modern ideas. If you're like me, always excited to explore cultures, nature, and countries around the world, then let's dive deep into 21 surprising things about the land of cherry blossoms. Do vending machines sell quirky items too? Or can you hire someone to cuddle away loneliness? I'll tell you all about it, full of curiosity and joy. Are you ready for this audio adventure? Listen up and imagine you're strolling the streets of Tokyo. Number 1. Napping like a badge of honor. In Japan's bustling offices, people work really hard. They arrive on time, often do overtime, join mandatory drinking parties with colleagues, and only leave after the boss. A report from the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development shows Japanese people have long working hours compared to many other developed countries. Amid that hustle, something strange happens. Napping right at your desk isn't criticized but accepted. They call it inamuri, meaning being present while sleeping. Imagine someone resting their head during a meeting or closing their eyes in a crowd without bothering anyone. For Japanese people, it proves you've worked to exhaustion but are still ready to jump back in. While some places see napping as lazy, here it's a sign of quiet responsibility. Have you ever felt wiped out after a long day? Imagine your boss praising you for a quick snooze. Number 2. Vending machines everywhere. Step into Japan and you'll see these machines scattered all over, about 4 million of them, roughly 1 for every 31 people. They sell all sorts of things, from drinks to fresh eggs, bringing amazing convenience. In remote areas, you might come across one selling photo books or women's underwear, neatly packaged. These are rare and controversial since there's no age check, but they've been strictly limited since the 1990s. For people from places with tight rules, this can be a shock. But most machines serve basic needs. Super reliable. Lately, authorities have tightened permits, keeping odd ones away from schools or tourist spots. Heard weird rumors about Japanese machines? Remember, they're just a small part of the Land of the Rising Sun's automated shopping culture. Would you want a machine that sells snacks anytime? Number 3. Cuddle cafes. In modern Japanese society, where people are busier and lonelier, emotional comfort services have grown in unique ways. From cat cafes and owl cafes to renting strangers for chats or walks. But one that's gaining popularity, cuddle cafes, where you pay not for drinks but for hugs from a stranger. About $50 to $100 for an hour lying next to a male or female staff member in a quiet space. You can hold hands, stroke hair, or pay extra to watch them sleep. It's like open emotional therapy, turning pure physical contact into a buyable product. If hugs mean close relationships to you, this might feel really strange. But think about Japan's context. High rates of living alone, a fast-aging population, and young people drifting from traditional romance. Many customers just need human connection. In that space, they can be silent and hug without explaining. Though controversial, cuddle cafes are slowly part of Japan's mental healing industry. Have you ever needed a hug to shake off a tough day? Imagine buying one like coffee. Number 4, the complex bowing culture. In Japan, bowing is one of the most common and important daily rituals. People bow to greet, say goodbye, thank, or even apologize. What surprises visitors is there's a system of levels, at least 3 main types. A 15-degree bow for casual greetings, a 30-degree one for more serious ties, and a 45-degree bow for deep gratitude or regret. Big companies even train employees on the right angle, speed, and context. Bowing too fast, too deep, or at the wrong time might seem unprofessional. These details can confuse travelers, since bowing isn't a must in their cultures. But Japanese people are usually tolerant with foreigners. As long as you're sincere, even if the angle isn't perfect or you don't hold it long enough, a respectful bow makes a good impression. Plus, younger generations and international companies in Japan are loosening rules for friendlier vibes. However, if you want respect as someone who knows local culture, bowing right is still the best way to start any meeting. How would you greet someone in Japan? Number 5. The booming adult film industry. Japan is admired for its precision and discipline. People are famous for serious work ethics, punctuality, and almost perfect order. In big cities like Tokyo or Osaka, you can easily see hundreds lining up neatly for trains. However, few expect Japan to have one of the world's largest adult film industries. It's legal and runs systematically like mainstream business. Actors have contracts, fans, awards, and events. In some convenience stores, adult magazines sit next to comics or sports papers. What's shocking is this happens in a society where even public hand-holding can seem flashy. It shows the clear split Japanese people keep between work and private life. Still, the industry follows strict laws on ages and content, with growing debates and reforms to protect actors' rights and reduce prejudice. What do you think about this contrast in such a tidy country? Number 6. Japanese people sometimes dislike tattoos. In many countries, tattoos are symbols of personality, beauty, or lifestyle. But in Japan, especially traditional places like hot springs, restaurants, gyms, or pools, tourists might get turned away just for showing tattoos. This shocks people who think they did nothing wrong. The bias comes from the past, when tattoos marked yakuza and underground crime groups. For decades, yakuza members tattooed their whole bodies in traditional Irizumi style to show loyalty, endurance, and commitment. As a result, tattoos became symbols of threat in many Japanese minds. To keep spaces safe, many public spots ban tattoos, no matter your nationality or reason. Some places post clear no tattoo signs. In reality, attitudes toward tattoos in Japan are changing slowly. Young people see them as personal art. Some cafes, hotels, or hot springs friendly to tourists now allow them if not offensive or covered with patches. Many Japanese tattoo artists are invited to international shows and have big social media followings. Do you have a tattoo? Cover it when exploring Japan to avoid trouble. Number 7. Unique beauty standards for Japanese women. Japan is famous for high appearance standards. At any train station, supermarket, or school, you'll often see women with bright, smooth skin, light makeup, and well-cared-for hair. But behind the glamour is a fact hard for Westerners to grasp. Actually, most Japanese women bathe daily for hygiene, but some reduce frequency in cold, dry winters to protect natural oils on skin and hair. Skipping a day or two is seen as normal. Plus, underarm hair isn't shameful. While many cultures view not shaving as unhygienic, in Japan there was a time when underarm hair was seen as natural beauty, even sexy in trends. These differences caused mild shock for foreign visitors, especially women, in public baths or traditional bathhouses. However, this doesn't mean Japanese people ignore personal hygiene. The definition of clean is just different here. Still, Western influence and social media are changing views. More young Japanese choose to remove body hair, use perfume, and pay attention to weekly bathing frequency. What do you think about natural beauty? Number 8. The world's most expensive stones. Japanese cuisine is famous for elegance and simplicity. It focuses on ingredient, quality, and pure sensory experiences, not flashy displays. However, there's a dish that puzzles tourists: ice cubes. These are made from special spring water, sometimes from mountains snow-covered for hundreds of years, or infused with natural essential oils for delicate flavors like lavender, licorice, or mint. A regular glass of ice costs about $10, while premium ones can top $35. Some foreign diners call it the most pointless dish ever, but for Japanese people, it's a way to slow down and notice life's tiniest details. Would you pay for fancy ice? It might make your drink extra special. Number 9. The world's most sensitive museum. Japan has plenty of big museums showing samurai swords, ukiyo-e woodblock prints, or advanced robots. But there are unbelievable ones with unexpected themes. From instant noodles and mochi cakes to more sensitive topics like the Unko Museum, the Poop Museum, in central Yokohama. Visitors are shocked at the entrance with signs saying, "Welcome to the world of pink poop." Inside, there are countless cute poop models. Crowned, smiling, floating. You can play games like chasing poop, sit on fake toilets, and get a small poop model as a souvenir. There's also a shopping area full of quirky items like toilet-patterned socks, poop-shaped cookies, or stuffed toys with big smiling faces. For many foreigners, it feels like an over-the-top joke. But in Japan, it's seen as a natural part of life. Japanese people don't find talking about poop rude. Instead, it's a positive, humorous way to teach kids personal hygiene without shame. This open attitude has made Japan one of the countries with the cleanest, most high-tech, and user-friendly toilet systems in the world. Are you ready to visit this fun museum? Number 10. Jobs just to push people. Japan is famous for its modern public transport system, on time and widely connected. Trains are the most used, running every few minutes with clocks precise to the second. But with huge crowds, especially morning rush, cars get packed fast. To fix this, Japanese created an unbelievable job dedicated to pushing people onto trains. They're called Oshiya, the pushers. Every morning, in neat uniforms and white gloves, they appear at busy stations to shove passengers by hand until doors close. The crowd squeezes tight, no room to move. For tourists, the scene is shocking not just for density, but because it's so different from expectations. In many countries, this might seem like invading personal space, but in Japan, both pushers and passengers see it as just part of modern city life. Have you ever been pushed onto public transport? In Japan, it's an art. Number 11. You won't find trash bins at train stations. Tokyo's subway is the capital's largest network, over 100 lines serving millions daily. Stations are always clean, quiet, and efficient. Every train runs on time. Passengers move orderly, no pushing. Though modern, look closely, and most stations lack public trash bins. The reason? One of Japan's most terrifying terrorist attacks. In 1995, an extremist cult launched a sarin gas attack on Tokyo's subway, killing 13 and injuring over 5,000. Gas containers were hidden in bags or public spots like trash bins. The event shocked the nation and changed transport security forever. Since then, many public trash bins at stations were removed to cut risks of hiding suspicious items. This inconveniences travelers wanting to toss trash. No bins don't make spaces messy. Instead, it boosts Japan's amazing cleanliness. Japanese people see carrying trash as polite, respecting shared spaces. Many visitors say after returning home, they learned a key lesson on public behavior just from not finding bins in Tokyo. How do you handle trash with no bin around? Number 12. Wishing to turn back time. Japan faces one of the world's worst population crises. Birth rates have dropped for decades, leading to fewer newborns, merging schools, and even maternity hospitals closing for lack of patients. Yet, paradoxically, the baby products market stays strong. Chains selling diapers, formula, strollers, and kids' toys are still in all major cities. Stats show revenue stable, even rising slightly yearly. What's going on in a society with fewer kids but steady baby sales? The answer might cause culture shock. In Japan, there's a small but lasting community of adults role-playing as babies. They wear diapers, use pacifiers, lie in cribs, and get cared for by pretend parents through activities like rocking to sleep, diaper changes, or bedtime stories. Some television shows even invite participants to share live. Though many find it strange, this behavior highlights deeper truths about Japanese society. A place with high work pressure, strict social expectations, and often repressed emotions. For some, being a child for a few hours isn't escape, but mental recharge. They seek no judgment, just space to relax without constant burdens. Have you ever wanted to go back to childhood for a break? Number 13. Japanese people go to bars just to sit and breathe. Japan is famous for diverse nightlife, lively izakaya pubs, Western-style bars, and small corner spots with just a few seats. But unlike many countries where bars are for gathering, chatting, or partying, Japan has a unique bar culture: quiet, private, almost no talking. For tourists, culture shock hits when seeing a Japanese customer sit alone for hours without ordering. No cocktails, no water, not even a polite hello. They might stare at an empty glass or watch the lights. More surprising, the bartender says nothing, doesn't push orders, and might see it as normal. Some bartenders reserve spots for regulars who come just for quiet. Actually, this isn't rude or taking advantage, but reflects a subtle Japanese cultural aspect: absolute respect for personal space. Separate from work, rituals, and duties, having a place to do nothing becomes a real need. For Japanese people, silence isn't empty. Sometimes it's a private way to be yourself without disturbance or judgment. Have you ever just sat somewhere to breathe? In Japan, that's an art of living. Number 14. Election campaigns in Japan. Japan is a parliamentary democracy with regular elections and a stable political system. Though not as loud as many Western countries, Japan's campaign culture has unique features. Instead of big rallies or live television debates, many candidates choose humble ways to reach voters: handing flyers, bowing for support outside stations, or driving vehicles with speakers broadcasting messages. A familiar sight during election season is small trucks with speakers cruising cities for hours. On the speaker, a male or female voice loudly calls the candidate's name with a short slogan, sometimes repeated hundreds of times a day. Surprisingly, slogans often skip policies. Just simple phrases like "I am Tanaka, please support me." For international visitors used to policy debates, this can be confusing. Some mistake the trucks for street vendors or event ads because the style and sounds are similar. Though monotonous and detail lacking, this style reflects Japanese polite and restrained values. They believe in avoiding harsh arguments or attacking opponents for votes. Instead, repeating names and greetings aids memory through familiarity, fitting urban life's fast but polite rhythm. What do you think is a more effective campaign style? Number 15. Places where you pay just to smash things. In a society famous for discipline and work pressure, along with emotional control like the Japanese, it's no surprise mental health services thrive. From cat cafes for relaxing with pets to city meditation centers, Japanese have countless ways to soothe minds. Among them, a small but growing industry: strong stress relief services. Many foreigners are surprised to learn in cities like Tokyo or Osaka, there are spots to rent rooms just to break stuff. Customers buy packages by time or items and get tools like hammers, baseball bats, or even fake katana swords to destroy TVs, dishes, printers, or prepared objects. It all happens in a closed space with safety gear, and you can record if you want a memory. Paying to break might seem strange or wasteful, especially in saving cultures. But for some Japanese, it's a safe way to release pressure before returning to daily demands. Interestingly, rage rooms aren't just for rebellious teens. Customers range from polite office workers to middle-aged housewives and even seniors. Many see it as alternative therapy, like yelling in a soundproof room or journaling anger. Some places combine rage rooms with counseling, helping clients not only vent through activity, but manage emotions better. Would you try smashing stuff to relax? Number 16. They build islands for cats and rabbits. Japan takes human-animal bonds to a special level by creating world-famous spots like Cat Island, Aoshima, and Rabbit Island, Okunoshima. On these islands, animals aren't just numerous, but totally dominate. Tourists come not to sightsee or eat seafood, but simply to play with wild cats and rabbits. The island's fame comes from something odd at first: animals almost prioritized over humans. On Aoshima, cats lounge in roads, climb roofs, or curl up among visitors without interference. On Okunoshima, once a World War II military base, hundreds of rabbits roam free like owners. What surprises many is animal facilities sometimes better kept than human ones. Some areas are off limits to protect cat and rabbit habitats, with signs guiding visitors to yield or avoid disturbing, as if humans are just guests. For many Japanese, especially elders or city loners, These animal islands are emotional refuges and healing places. Beyond fun, this model preserves ecological balance and boosts local tourism. Want to visit an island where animals rule? Number 17. Schools in Japan have no gatekeepers. Japan's education system is highly regarded worldwide, not just for academics, but character building. Instead of only knowledge, schools, stress, discipline, community awareness, and independence from young ages. A standout feature is an activity called osoji, group cleaning time during school days. For foreign visitors or newcomers, seeing elementary kids sweep classroom floors or scrub toilets might surprise. In many cultures, such tasks are for adults or staff, while kids focus on studies. But in Japan, no one's exempt. From students to teachers, everyone joins daily cleaning as normal school duty. Behind this unusual activity is a practical education philosophy. When students clean their own desks or bathrooms, they keep things cleaner and develop respect for others' efforts. It also erases class distinctions, encourages humility and cooperation. So, many global educators study the Japanese model as an effective way to teach life skills and ethics without textbooks. Imagine cleaning school from a young age. It shapes better people. Number 18. The world's most advanced toilet. Japan isn't just famous for high-speed trains and robots, but surprises with something unexpected: toilets. The electronic toilet, called washlet, is often in homes, hotels, shopping centers, and even airports. Developed in the 1980s by Toto, a famous Japanese sanitary brand. Washlets have full features: water sprays for cleaning, warm air drying, heated seats, deodorizing, and sound effects to mask noises politely. With over 80% of Japanese households using them, washlets are almost essential. However, for foreign tourists, especially first-timers, washlets can be an unexpected adventure. Many get confused by rows of Japanese labeled buttons, unsure which flushes or starts the spray. Some accidentally trigger cold water sprays. Others hit flushing sound effects, often leading to laughs. Being fully served in a private space like a bathroom can make some shy. For those from countries still using squat toilets or plain paper, Japanese toilet tech is quite a surprise. Though uncomfortable at first, most admit washlets bring top cleanliness, comfort, and hygiene. Many return from Japan wanting one at home. For Japanese, detail in toilet design reflects discreet but perfectionist cultural values. Have you tried a smart toilet? Number 19. Capsule hotels. In big cities like Tokyo and Osaka, where land is world's priciest and life paces fast, Japanese invented a super space-saving hotel, capsule hotels. Each sleeping pod is about 2 square meters, just enough to lie down and store a few items. This style started in 1979 and became a symbol of modern urban life, used by short-term business travelers, students, and even overnight workers. Prices from $20 to $50 a night, fitting any budget. Though innovative, for many foreigners, sleeping in a sealed box with no window, walls close to your face, and hearing neighbors breathe is memorable. Some feel claustrophobic or think of morgues or cold rooms. Many Western travelers used to spacious, full-featured stays might find this temp sleep unsuitable for vacations. But for Japanese, it's not about space size, but quiet, clean, and convenient. Each pod is designed with soft lighting, ventilation, privacy curtains, and full outlets. Today, the model has spread to countries like South Korea, China, and even Europe, proving limits can spark amazing creativity. Would you dare sleep in a capsule? Number 20. Scarecrow territory. Nestled in a remote valley in Tokushima Prefecture, Nagoro Village once housed hundreds. But like many rural Japanese areas, population dropped due to aging and young people moving to cities for jobs. Today, Nagoro has under 30 real residents. Meanwhile, over 350 scarecrows shaped like farmers, students, and workers are scattered, making the village look lively. For foreign visitors, entering a village where most residents are gone feels strange and haunting, especially since scarecrows look real, wearing actual clothes in everyday poses. like freezing a mini-society moment. Using scarecrows to replace people has been called social embalming, an effort to preserve fading community memories. Though gloomy-sounding, Nagoro has become a unique tourist draw, attracted by its oddness and stories behind each scarecrow. The creator is local woman Ayano Tsukimi. She shares she just wanted to restore the familiar feel of family and friends who once visited. The village offers a touching view of how Japanese face loneliness and change. Would you visit the Scarecrow Village? Number 21. You can hunt Pokémon in Japan. In many Japanese cities, you'll find manhole covers unlike anywhere else. Instead of plain metal plates, Japanese turned them into street art with cherry blossoms, famous landmarks, traditional mascots, and especially Pokémon. Since 2018, the Pokefuda project launched to install Pokémon-themed covers everywhere, each reflecting local culture. Each cover is uniquely designed and named, turning them not just for viewing but hunting like a discovery game. By now, over 300 Pokefuda covers are placed across the country, making ordinary sidewalks a colorful adventure. For international tourists, the idea of a country investing time and money just to design manhole covers might surprise. But in Japan, it's a smart way to blend pop culture into public spaces. Photos of covers with Pikachu watering plants, Lapras swimming near Mount Fuji, or Charmander before an ancient castle not only makes streets less boring, but become hot check-in spots. Some even plan hunts like catching real Pokemon. Turning something usually seen as dirty into a cultural highlight amazes many and impresses with Japanese detail attention. Would you join a cover hunt? Wow. What an amazing exploration of Japan, right? From honor naps to street Pokemon hunts, this country has layers that keep you surprised and smiling. It's not perfect, but those unique features make Japan a must-visit for culture and nature lovers. Feeling travel excitement yet? Pack your bags and discover, maybe try a washlet or bow to a scarecrow. If you enjoyed this, like, share with your adventure friends, and subscribe to the channel to keep exploring the world with me from fresh, surprising angles. What do you think about Japan? Comment below, I really want to hear your thoughts.